That's my real life scenario at the moment. Um, while waiting, I'm gonna put some chill music to see anybody will come. It's hard when you've got YouTube and they don't always allow you monetary. You can't play certain things. Oh, oh, who's in chat today? Oh, no one. Before my monitor decided like, oh, Charity's in, and then up. So let's see. I perceive her play Celtic harp. Nope, usually won't. My Amazon tablet won't do that. I should really plan more. Oh yeah, plays the light within. What's happening to my Amazon tablet? I thought I had an Amazon subscription and it won't do it now. That's annoying. You know what? I'm just going to probably go to YouTube and promote someone that I found online. He's really good. He's from Canada. Let's see, where do I play YouTube? My Amazon. Okay. Ooh, I got myself on there. Okay, so I'm gonna put terrestrial vibes for his stuff at the moment. Oh, if you want to know, I'm gonna do this. Let's see, terrestrial vibes. while waiting. While I'm waiting for other people to come in. So, yeah. So, wow, no one's come in. Mind you, my viewers is maybe that's a problem. Anyway, I've got my teddy dress, my playsuit dress. I'm wearing summery vibes. Okay. Anyway, good morning to post. It is a post Sunday morning for the post live people. So who wants to watch up later? So so I'm not going to wait anymore because like it's 8 minutes and it's no one there. So I just thought, well, okay, I'll just get on, right? So the subject today for me is Sunday Soul topic is emotional suppression. So in my personal spiritual and physical journey, I feel that my life has been emotional suppression. Really, I know like people say, or meditate, or you need to breathe more and stuff. That's great, but or pray more. I just think it's just, if you've watched my previous YouTube video I put some years ago about the dangers of prayer, because someone inspired me. He was a tarot reader, which is, I should really credit back to him actually. He's awesome in some ways anyway. His name was Daniel something. I should really check him out again. That's a thing about all YouTube people follow about stuff. Anyway, so but basically I find that my whole life I felt really emotional suppressed. You know, I was having a conversation with a taxi driver and he was saying, maybe you need to breathe more, pray more. And I was thinking, you don't understand, you know, maybe that's not enough for me. My life has been like, people said to me, oh, I remember my mom was listening to ill advice by her friend from church who she shouldn't listen anyway because that person didn't know about the code of effing health. When instead of thinking, well, actually charity suppressed because you are not allowing her to go and live life, just basically just stuck in a house all the time and you go to church and that's it. So for me, I felt like my life was always like a deep social suppression, really. I feel like my life has been like, well, I feel like I was never been allowed to express how I feel. And I think especially in the UK, we live in a world. Oh, that's a nice rainbow. This came out. That's so cool. Probably Angel is ill. Hey, Angel is ill. Thank you. Um, so life has just been difficult sometimes, where I just feel like I don't. I don't always feel I'm allowed to express myself, and when I do, it's not convenient for everyone. So like I remember like my shamanic friend, he was saying to me, felt like I was held back and he doesn't know, and like I end up like put a lid, and I think it was like conversation. I have to review it to someone else privately. But but I just felt like, well, I just feel emotionally suppressed. I think it's so funny because people say like most women is depressed, but I don't believe that. I think men, divine men, masculine men, feel that they cannot express themselves too. Hence why they learn about the divine feminine, right? To be able to express, to suppress. So there's like the toxic masculine and the toxic feminine. So, oh look, rainbow. It's mirror back of my phone. So cool. Most of my friends probably sending like codes to me, my online friends, like from Facebook and Instagram or TikTok. You just don't know. Even though I'm looking forward to do TikTok live sometime, but I don't know. So, so what else? Um, that I wanted to share that Spirit and God, and my angels, my guides teaching me, right? For me, Spirit it means like Holy Spirit, but I just say Spirit because I know that's connection to other people, what they say. But so so but you know, it's just universal, right? Spirit is universal. Anyway, so that puts someone off to go live chat. Anyway, just being who I am, really. Anyway, so what do I have to? What else have I share? So yeah, so going back to my friend Dot, right? My soulmate. Well, they decided that I just proved my point where I just felt, well, I have to cut that person off without explaining because it's what's the point? They're not real, you know, which is sad really for me because I don't really have anybody real in my life right now. Um, you know, but I'm hoping I met someone who who made a difference, but I'm hoping that they pay permanent in my life to open the doors with my music and stuff. Then I won't feel emotionally suppressed. You know, my chakra, throat chakra won't be suppressed. My mental self, my sexual self, you know, which and how do I do those things and block those? It's like being with people who are able to allow me to freely express myself in a healthy way, you know, but you know, because as I said, human beings, we're not made to be isolated all our lives. We're meant to connect and learn and grow from other people. We may not agree with everything, but we just express ourselves a bit, you know. You know, so what else my deep Sunday soul talk about? Yeah, just mainly about emotional suppression really, you know. You know, we live in a fake world where people are not allowed to express who they are. And like, you know, we live in like a world where you know where you're just not allowed to say how you feel. It's just not convenient to anybody. That's what I get from society, which I think that's why a lot of people commit suicide and self-harm and can end up having addiction. Like for me, my mum thought I had sexual addiction. I wasn't addicted to sex whatsoever. I just thought it was just escapism because I felt I was my broken inner child needed to connect with someone, even for a second, to make myself feel good about good being beautiful and stuff, you know. I didn't care at the time. It was really bad, but you know, but I stopped that self thing when I said to myself, well, you know what? Does it actually make a difference in my life? Nope, it doesn't. I need people who actually respect who I am and how to do that, you know, by valuing me, you know, not go back into the garbage. Just because it's available doesn't mean it's good for you, you know. Yeah, that's the thing about that. So, what else am I gonna talk? So, so yeah, the social emotional suppression of life. So, Shame there's no one else to talk to, but that's how it is sometimes. So, you know, but I'm just asking God and the universe, my angels and guides. And when I mean God, I mean my heavenly mother, my father. That's my personal relationship, you know. So like I really ask that 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 have real connections with people, you know, because I've been tired where I went out of my way to be other people, but nobody else. And so, and I felt like emotional suppression has been very difficult. But I think it's a universal problem for anybody, no matter who they believe or not believe. Anyway, but you know, especially those who survive with 2022, 2020 lockdown, such a real world lockdown. It's been very difficult, where people are still recovering from that, and I feel like there's still more heavy social emotional suppression. You know, I was watching a movie that I didn't really want to see, but I just thought, well, I better watch it anyway. And it was based on 2022, and this guy, I know it's like it was about human people forcing to eat meat and eat human beings without even them knowing. It was based on 2022, this movie. I'm not going to say the name to it, but those probably know, they've seen it. And 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 I and it's just basically made me think about even though it's a dystopian movie um in the 60s or 70s, this film based on 22, of what they're thinking what's going to happen. You know, in this man, his whole life he was just suppressed. He didn't realize it, or how much he suppressed. The only thing people felt that there was no longer be suppressed to be look forward is to die. You know, but it was sad really, because that's reality we're in now. Actually, that some people feel like the only way out is just death, to go back home, their spiritual home, not their physical home, because we're in this world, there's loads of people just not allowing us to express who we are. And it's sad, really. I don't. It's very sad. Um, you know, that we live in a world where people are forced to be suppress themselves, take some pills, take this, take that. You know, pretend to be smiley when really you're not. Because I saw an UK artist on blog who did like upside down smiley face painting, and you know, of what society that we live in, the upside down, really be smiling but upside, well, really inwardly be upside down smiley face. I love like other people who post live to um to comment below about about their insights of emotional suppression, you know. But you know, I don't really have the answers. My answers is comes from my higher self, from God, which I say, which is Heavenly Mother, my Father, and through Jesus Christ. That's my personal belief, and inspirations from others who live in the earth, you know. Um, you know, but other deities, what people, you know, like people like Krishna, and you know, clear, you know, other connections that I get sometimes, you know, just because I have like a lot of deep other spiritual connections that came to me in my life, you know. That's hence why I don't fit with anybody really, because I'm not a mainstream person. I'm just like person who just opens to any deep connection in the spiritual realm and the physical realm. I don't really judge people. I do, but in a healthy judgment. But you know, but I'm just more like, you know, I can't live like the life of Jesus, live a very controversial life. Well, anyway, whole people, I think even Christendom when he lived, he he lived in a life of controversial. I think a lot of people who was lived in this earth who was deities, they kind of kind of had experience anyway. For me, it's just personally Jesus Christ, but as I said, I'm open to learn all other things, but but um, but but life is just difficult sometimes with emotional suppression. You know, um, I ask God to open the doors of where I just no longer feel suppressed anymore. But it's been a long battle for my whole life since a small child. Felt very suppressed, emotional suppressed, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do to get it out. All I know is that I do my art. I do here. I was guided to do another spiritual talk show. You know, um, but it's cool now. It's my head curly. But I feel this. I feel like I want to be able to have a place where I freely express myself. It's hard when you live in a life where you're not allowed to. It's like you cannot be real. You cannot be this and that. You know. Um. You know. I noticed like one time I went to the spiritual center in Abingdon, Oxford, and this woman, I'm glad she's gone now, but apparently she's gone, thank God for that. But she didn't allow other people to express themselves. She's like, well, blah blah, her little spiritual temple house thing, and like, I just thought that's not cool. You know, they were the ego one instead of allowing other people to express who they are. I just like, I felt that was really bad, really. Anyway, but I find that's really interesting that even spiritual communities, whether you're religious or spiritual community, beware that if you are going to build a community, make sure you're not going to suppress others because, you know, just I notice the hypocrisy in both sides. For me, I just go back to my previous lover that I loved. He was a traveller. His name was James. Even he was suppressed. Even though he didn't want to express. He was afraid about being connection to the divine feminine. He didn't want to eat vegetables to connect to that relate to anything. Or go back to his trauma in childhood, which I found was interesting, really, because the last day we cut cords from each other. You know, we should never forget that last summer years ago. I still love him. But but unfortunately, he has his own path and I had mine. Mine was to go root from my dark past and face and be whole with him. He just wants to blame everybody about his brokenness. You know, I notice our biggest enemy is suppressing ourselves. Everybody can suppress us, but if we suppress ourselves, it's more dangerous. by going and taking stuff, or even just going to places where we just don't want to face our pain, our feelings. And our pain is there for a reason to bring us higher to ourselves. You know, I just that's what I feel really. I wish I could. I wish there was someone to come in to chat with me right now, but it just doesn't seem that way. Um, but that's my few minutes of chat of discussion about this. I might come back next Sunday to discuss more, maybe if I get more inspiration, but just share my thoughts because it's good to share your thoughts about stuff instead of just in your head all the time or connecting your golden angel and anyone else. So I just thought to share that. Anyway, comment below, post live viewers, comment below of the response of the comment. And thank you for being patient and open-minded to discuss things. Anyway, about your journey about emotional suppression. Bye for now. Love you. Love from Oxfordshire, UK. Bye.